What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a look at Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Ripclaw. This is the third Predacon we are getting right now. And as you can see, she is a much larger deluxe size figure. So, I don't know, to me she looks like she's going to be a size between a Deluxe and a Voyager, if that's even possible. Because if you look right here, there's Ripclaw's thickness, and there's Smokescreen's packaging, and it's not even just Smokescreen, it's really the same thing with all of them, with Bulkhead as well. So you can see this Predacon has a much wider packaging for the plastic. Now, looking at her, she is a very cool looking dragon, but other than that, I do dig the colors on here. It's definitely sticking to the same kind of scheme they had with all the bright colors. But you see Predaking up there, it says Transformers Prime Beast Hunters. In her packaging, she's in her Dragon mode. You see her Robot mode, and she is a Predacon, like I said. And she has a snapping Siphon Claw. Come over here, and her intelligence is a 4, strength of 8, speed of 6. Everything other than that is pretty high, other than her skill. Like her endurance and everything is like an 8 and a 9. So that really gives you a glimpse in the kind of character that she's going to be. But you see her down there. Come over to the back here. And we can see it says Ripclaw again. We could see the Robot mode. We could see the Dragon mode. And it says Snapping Siphon Claw again. They just gotta throw action words in there for you, even though you saw it already on the front of the box. But now she's a different kind of Predacon compared to Laserback, who is kind of like the Starscream of the Predacons, to me it seems. But it says, unquestionably loyal to the Predacon cause, Ripclaw crushes her enemies and leaves their circuits burning with her mech venom. So like I said, she's extremely loyal to the Predacons, as to where Laserback is kind of like Starscream to the Decepticons. Really just does everything for himself. But very cool packaging. I'm liking this wave so far, well, as I can see from the box. But anyways, let's open up Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Ripclaw and see what she's all about. And now we have Beast Hunter's Ripclaw in her Dragon mode, out of the packaging. But just like I do with all the Beast Hunter figures, we're going to go over these quick little stories here. So we have Tales of the Beast Hunters, Chapter 8, continued from Deluxe Starscream. And we can see Ripclaw here, and her nice little artistic picture here. Come down here, and we have her Siphon Claw, which it says strikes faster than a cobra. Claw crushes enemies, injects mech venom, and then hurls them away, and mech venom injection causes total cybernetic shutdown. Whatever. Anyways, the read-up down here says, even before she fully shakes off the disorientation of emerging fresh from the hyper-evolution chamber, Ripclaw can hear the smooth, strange voice of Shockwave. Predaking is alive, he says, but in danger. Enemies known as Autobots have stolen weapons powerful enough to harm even the king of the Predacons. Ripclaw needs to hear nothing else. She blasts out of the lab and into the sky, turning her ultra-sensitive snout into the wind, sniffing for any hint of the stolen weapons. Instead, she finds Laserback, smiling his cunning grin. Whatever the Decepticons told you was a lie, my dear, he tells her. Predaking is long gone, but that's no reason we shouldn't destroy the Autobots and the Decepticons along with them. Continuing to Chapter 9, Deluxe Bulkhead, which we shall do next. Now, just like I said in the packaging portion of this review, she is very strong to the Predacon cause. As to whereas Laserback is kind of the Starscream of the Predacons, and he's trying to warp her mind into going against everything else and forgetting about Predaking, kind of like Starscream was trying to make everyone forget about Megatron and move on with their lives. But as you can see here, she's a very cool looking dragon. Now, we did have things like with Laserback and Bumblebee and Wheeljack, to where we kind of had swirls of paint all over, and we have it once again with the yellow here, splashed right here, and there's like black kind of splashed all along the red wings, which isn't a terrible look, but we didn't get that with Starscream, which really doesn't matter whether we have it or not, but I'm just letting you guys know. Now, this is a really cool looking dragon mode, I have to say. Now, it is said for her wings to be up like that. It's really user preference. You can have them down like this, where she's sitting, or up like so. It's really whatever you like. And the tail back here is very interesting, because you can have it down, you can angle it all the way up, and of course the weapon, you can open it and it'll stay, or when you press the needle in here, or the stinger, it will capture and close whatever's in there, which is really going to be something fun for kids. And other than that, you come down here, and here's where it gets interesting. You untab this from this gray section, and this is all plastic, but inside here is this kind of rubber, as you can see. And that will just kind of lay there, and you can twist it and turn it and do whatever you'd like with it. But then when you bring it back up here, it'll tense everything back up and pull it together. And these will all align up and just perfectly arc like that. Now you could still bend it, but now this lets it all tighten up. Why this isn't the same color as the rest of the tail is beyond me. but that is a little aspect of the figure that is going to be quite fun. Now, we do have the kind of Cheetor-esque Beast Wars basic animal changing transformation. You fold out the legs, you straighten out the arms and all that, and you have the robot modes. That's pretty much it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the articulation is all the same for robot mode and beast mode here with the legs and the arms. So that articulation I'm going to cover when we do the robot mode. But up here, we have a solid plastic jaw. But the whole head here, just like on Predaking, is rubber. A nice soft rubber. The whole thing, nose, this kind of horn up here, everything. Which I don't mind. I guess that's a safety reason for kids. The neck, there is no articulation there. But this is on a ball joint, so that can go completely around, and it goes down and up just a fair amount. Just enough to give you the ability to kind of open the mouth and then close it at the same time. Now, it doesn't completely close. It's weird because of this soft rubber. But as you can see, I'm already kind of forcing her out of dragon mode because she's kind of collapsing on me. Alright, well, now that she's fixed up, let's do some beast mode comparisons here. Here's Ripclaw, and then we have the other two Predacons we've received so far, and that is Laserback and Predaking. Now, Predaking looks shorter than her just because I like to have his kind of arms angled down like this, but you can stand him straight up and kind of work these a little bit more, and he'll kind of even out with her. But as you can see, it's definitely something different. I think the best colored figure is this one here, and I think they only gave us not so much of a bright kind of colored figure because it's a Voyager. That's my personal opinion. But I think they look good together. I mean, they went really bright, then they got us normal colors, and then they kind of met us in the middle, to where we got bright colors, but they're not as vibrant as we got on Laserback here. Now, the one thing I could say is with him, we have visible hand syndrome, to where this is really, nothing's visible other than the robot legs, which are folded up just like Laserback's. I do like Ripclaw's look kind of over this Laserback figure here. This is kind of just weird. It's not really dragon looking, but it does look tough. As to whereas Ripclaw here just really looks, I don't know what kind of work looking for, just scary. As to where this guy just looks like he's muscular. And then just to show you real quick, here's a little gimmick. You bring this forward, open this up, and then it presses on the forearm of Bumblebee, and it will capture Claw like a boardwalk game or something. Yeah, there you go. It has now caught Bumblebee and threw him to the ground. Woohoo! But now getting on to transformation here. It's pretty simple. It's just like any other kind of Cheetor figure, or just like Laserback almost, just with a little twist. So you're going to come over here and you're going to take these legs, pull them out, and now when you pull them out, you're going to want to untab that, swing that down. The knee joint is going to come from there through the leg here, and then you're going to straighten this out, and this will just line up all along here. And then just work with the ball joint and kind of straighten out this leg. Same thing over here. Swing this out, bring this down, and line that up. Now the legs are pretty much done. Come over here, and get these out of your way. You're going to want to swing these out. This is the abdomen of the dragon. And then connect this with the chest of the robot mode. Waist, chest. Come over here. You can rotate this inward. Put the claw up, and when you push that up, it'll fold into there and reveal her hand. So there's that. Come over here, do the same exact thing. Inward, claw up, hand reveals because it was inside there, and just bring that down. Next, you want to come over here, separate this just a little bit, like that. Take the head, come back here, swing this down, and then push it up. It'll just slot right in there. Well, not slot, but you see it just lays in there. Come over here now. You can either put the ball joints up or lay them down. I like to put them up and just straighten these out to the best of your ability. And you can kind of just angle these wings as close as you can. And now we have Ripclaw in her robot mode. Now right off the bat, I'm going to say this is definitely interesting because that head is very cool looking. It's like a dragon mixed with a bat, and it looks like she has a gun inside her mouth. So that's pretty cool. She stands pretty well, but that's because this is balancing her, the whole tail section. So you can bring this up like this, and I don't know, this is just weird looking, but that might, yeah, it's going to weigh her down. So if you bring that tail up like it shows you can do, it's just going to keep falling. But working on these legs here, you can see there's a gap right there. So these kind of have to sit back on that angle, and the tail has to be down. That tail is going to be her main point of stability. Now you come over here, and these are the things that get in my way. The abdomen pieces for the dragon mode. You can bring the wings forward, but they move along with it. Now look, you bring them back and they don't go, but you can only put these back so far. And as you bring the wings up, the abdomen pieces go with it. So that's something I find kind of annoying. And these arms and the shoulder pieces are just weird looking. I don't know, it makes it look like a robotic dragon samurai looking thing. Very weird shoulder pieces here. The forearms look pretty cool, and I dig the whole torso bit, and the legs, they look pretty good. But it definitely is just something that's very weird. Now for articulation, the head up here just goes up and down. You're not going to get any left and right movement out of it, which it feels like it's on a ball joint, but you're kind of screwed because it's not going to go anywhere because the whole collar piece here is just blocking it. The arms up here aren't a ball joint, so you can rotate them, but things are going to get in your way, and they kind of swivel up and down here on the inside there. I think that's a swivel. Well, whatever. It goes up and down. These right here can move, whatever. So I guess if you wanted them out like that, you can do that. That looks weird to me. I like just keeping them straight up. Coming over here, the elbows can bend forward. She can swivel right below the elbow, 360 degrees. And like I said, this can just kind of curl in or out. Down here on the legs, the ball jointed legs can go out just a little bit, but they're going to get caught on plastic here. Go in, forward, back, you know, like that. Come over here and they bend at the knee backwards, all the way at the knee forwards, and then come down here and there's no swivel at the knee or anything. Just down here on the foot there is a ball joint that can go completely 360, and you get some nice posability out of that. Now the tail, like I said, can come up here. The wings can go back and forward, but those abdomen pieces just keep getting in the way. Now we can take Ripclaw here. I'd untab this. There we go. Here's her weapon. I forget what it's called, but you just press that and it closes. So open it up, come over here, slot it right into her hand, and that's that. Doesn't weigh her down. She holds it pretty good. Big plus. And again with the tail, if you would like to do so, you can unslot it from here and push this up, and then just kind of have this wobbly moving now. And that's that. So you have options with the tail. I like to personally keep it like this. Just helps her with her stability and just looks a heck of a lot better. And now we'll just pop off her weapon real quick and pose her up nice and purty. We'll put Ripclaw here in the center, and then we'll bring in Laserback and Predaking. And as you can see here with the look at the wings, how Laserback doesn't have any, and Ripclaw and Predaking do, hanging out of the back of the robot modes, it kind of gives you that idea in the sense that he's really indifferent. In the sense that she's loyal to him, so they're kind of their own little group, as to where he is a Predacon, but he doesn't agree with their views. So it's kind of, you know, just very different. But now getting her back into her dragon mode, you can close this up, just press that button, untap that from her hands, come under here, you're going to see a little tab hole right there. You can tab that right in. Actually, I think I did that upside down. Yeah, wrong side to put it in. There we go. Slide this right under here. That'll slot there. Come over here. You can bring the claws down, tab them into the hands. Same thing over here. Rotate that. And now back here is kind of going to be the heel of the front of the claws. So you're going to want to kind of lift these front claws up to expose that for, I guess, stability. It really doesn't matter, but it helps the look. Come over here. Lift this whole section up. Bring that out, bring this up, cover up the head, tab that together around the neck of this dragon head here. Bring these up, come over here, and you want to push this all the way back like that. That'll allow you to bring the dragon abdomen around and close that off. Now you come over here, separate this all the way up, close this around it, swing this down, slot it right into there, and just kind of arc this and fold it all up like you do with Laserback. Swing that down, swing this down, like so. Do the same over here. Come over here, swing this up, put the knee all the way behind there, swing this down, tab that in, close that up, bring that back, and there's that. So just do some adjusting. And now we have her back in her dragon mode. And guys, I gotta say, this is definitely something different. Obviously, it's a brand new mold than what we're used to, but this is the third Predacon we are getting. And bottom line, I'm going to recommend to pick this figure up for a number of things. And that is, I find this tail bit here a very fun and interesting thing. I like how it worked, how it's engineered. I wish this was kind of the same color with the rest of the tail here, but that's something minor. Some people complain about the soft rubber up here. That really doesn't bother me too much. It looks good, it does the job. And it's definitely a cool looking dragon mode. She has great posability. I have no problems with the plastic at all. I think a lot of people are really unattracted to this figure by the coloration of it, but it is definitely something I can look past. If you didn't get Laserback and you're still not interested in that, I think this figure is definitely more interesting to pick up than Laserback, and it is definitely more dragon looking than him. And she's also a girl. This is another female we are getting in the Prime series, now with Beast Hunters. So it's definitely something I think is very, very interesting. She does have a very easy transformation, but that's like the same thing with Laserback and with any kind of Cheetor Beast Wars figure, where you just straighten out the legs and such, like I've said. But it doesn't really bother me all too much. The dragon mode looks good. The robot mode, I think, looks very menacing. The only thing I'm kind of iffy about with this figure is the shoulder pieces, which is the neck here. They're just weird. And they kind of affect the way the shoulders move. And as well as the abdomen piece of the dragon here, that affects the whole wingspan coming out fully to her arms, and it kind of messes with the articulation of them. And the robot mode has stability issues, but that's taken care of by the tail. But all in all, guys, like I said, I would definitely say to pick up Ripclaw. She's a very fun figure, and I hope that we see her in the Beast Hunter series. I picked up Ripclaw here at BigBadToyStore.com. I got it for just about $15 per figure. I picked up the whole wave. Up next we got coming is Beast Hunters Deluxe Bulkhead, and then after that we have Smokescreen. If you guys like what you see, I do brand new reviews every Tuesday and Friday, so hit that subscribe button. Like it if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the new Beast Hunters Deluxe Ripclaw. Stay tuned for more giveaways, and once again, guys, this is Mr. TF Prime. I want to thank you for watching.